Hey folks, and welcome to another video from A Plain Truth for You and Well Healed too. This is not being reported in mass numbers in the media, mainstream media, or on the internet as far as I can find. This has been a ongoing 3-day massive storm they're calling worse than Hurricane Harvey, which was the greatest rainfall on record. Here we're seeing 34 inches, 32 inches in the same exact area where Hurricane Harvey hit back in 2017. You may remember, some of you, that I went to Hurricane Harvey several weeks after, interviewed over 50 people, and to a person they said that this was not a hurricane at all. It was something that just came in the middle of the night and dumped massive amounts of rain, flooded everybody out, flushed them again when they released the dams and flooded everybody the second time. Port Arthur is where I went to over here. But you can see this is almost 3 feet of rain has been falling for the past 2 days here. And what's disturbing is it's not being reported by anybody. So this is today, Texas flooding, Imelda worse than Harvey. Now they're calling it a tropical depression. It's not even a hurricane because the winds didn't pick up. The National Weather Service said that life-threatening amounts of rainfall has fallen as much as 30 inches and more than 5 inches in 1 hour Thursday morning. Where's the world news coverage on this? How come the internet isn't screaming about this? How come we're not sending rescues? You know, maybe the Cajun Army's already there. They're aware and awake, but this is not being reported. This is the new normal that's going on, where they don't report the weather systems. And then, you know, this is the NOAA. Get it? NOAA, 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 NOAH, the arc, the floods. And so here we're seeing, this is from forecast from the Storm Center, and this is September 17th. So this was 2 days ago. The tropical depression, D is for depression, it moved in, and there was no forecast, there was no warnings, there was no news coverage that this was going to be coming. And you can see the top tropical depression with wind speeds of less than 40 miles an hour. And we're also experiencing that here in California. The past couple of days, we've had rains come in just in the middle of the night, and I've never seen rains come in with no wind and just sheets of rain just drop. Maybe for 10, 20, 30 minutes or so, not that long, but just sheets of rain, really light, warm, tropical type rains. Things I've never seen before living all my life here in California. But here's where it gets really weird. So this is today's forecast. This is Thursday, 19th September, just updated recently. And you see Imelda over here. It's got a circle on it because it's a depression. Wind speeds of 25 miles an hour. It's moving at 6 miles an hour. So basically it's just parked and dumping. And then you've got these new called hurricanes, Humberto and Jerry, forming, and these two possible ones. Jerry is supposed to have winds 75 miles an hour. Humberto winds of 110 miles an hour. So the Air Force, here's Hurricane Humberto they're talking about here, and here's Hurricane Jerry they're talking about. What aren't they covering, folks? Here's Tropical Storm Kiko. Here's Tropical Storm Mario. What aren't they covering? You got it yet? Loreno. They're not even covering Imelda. They don't even have it on their advisories. They don't even have it on their site here. They're not even covering this at all. This is why it's not being picked up, because they don't want people to know that Texas or Houston is being flooded out again. Unbelievable. And they got it up here. We can click on this, but unbelievable. And if you remember back in September of 2017, they forecasted Hurricane Harvey for a week and a half. And we actually had the radio frequencies and saw them turning on the machines as they go, the man-made hurricanes steering it. This is back when Weather Wars was in business. But this is going on right now. Same type of activities, saying worse than Hurricane Harvey. These are pictures from Hurricane Harvey. People had to have boats to be rescued. Where's the rashes going? 45 inches in Port Arthur. That's where I went. 51 inches here. Well, it's coming close to equaling those records with Tropical Depression Imelda, right? And here we see the flooding that went on then. I mean, people had to get on their own. This is a refrigerator the guy had to use to save his children. No help was coming. The animals, look at this guy in a wheelchair, storm protection, right? And then all the fallen poles that, but again, this was forecast for a long time, but this Imelda is not even being covered. This is a guy, this is going to break my heart. I broke into the FEMA camp there where these people were, and they'd been flown up to Dallas and brought back. Clarence tried to keep in touch with him, tried to send him clothes, and he just disappeared and fell off the fell off my radar and we couldn't help him. All of you that sent money, that helped a lot of people. We raised over $9,000, which I handed out to people. But this was the FEMA camp. I did an interview with another gentleman, and then I lost contact with him as well. But these are steered hurricanes. This is man-made weather. This is genocide, folks. This is going on now. They have Solarin Corp where they're using space-based power and radio frequency energies, and they've been doing hurricane hunters for a very long time. They own and control the weather. You can see here, Operation HAMP is under the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Hurricane Aerosol Microphysics Program. This has been going on for a very long time. We see the HARP's been turned on in Katrina in 2005 on the same date, Gustav, Isaac, Harvey, and now we've got a couple weeks later. But what you need to understand about all this, as I understand it, is this is part of a much, much larger agenda. Now, what's in Houston? Oil refineries. They kept collecting the insurance when the waters flood the oil deposits, the oil repositories down there, because they're switching to battery cars. We're turning to an electric universe where all our homes, solar panels, where all our cars, batteries, where all our internet, 5G, is going to be coming from electricity. They don't need the oil plants, any oil refineries anymore. So this is all part of their agenda. But again, this is genocide, and just to bring it home, we're in a yo-yo world. You're on your own. Find your tribe. Find your community. Get some food storage. Get some shelter. Know your friends. Know who you can count on. Build your tribe, folks. The time is now, and speak out and share this with all, please. All right, a plain truth out. Peace. Love one another, and heads up and on a swivel. It's only going to get more crazy from here, I'm afraid. Sad to say, truth be told. All right, plain truth out. Catch you next video. Peace. And love one another always.